It's time now for the Peter Chill Morning News for this Monday morning, April 27th, 2015. Good morning to you all. This lovely Monday morning, April 27th, 2015. Back to work, back to school. Here now, your news and I, dear. And our top story here at 7 o'clock in the morning time. Here on this Monday morning here, it's International Rescue Crews. The relief agencies are beginning to arrive at Nepal's capital, Kathmandu, 2 days after a massive earthquake rattled the country, killed more than 3,600 people and injured several thousand others. Nearly 3 years after James Holmes killed a dozen people and injured 70 others during a horrifying attack at a midnight show at the Dark Knight residence in Aurora, Colorado, jurors will hear open statements in the 27-year-old's murder trial as his trial is set nearly 3 years after the theater massacre. In Tokyo, two of the world's largest manufacturers of machinery used to produce semiconductors and applied materials in the United States and Tokyo Electron in Japan on Monday dropped plans emerged after the Department of Justice said that combining would call off the $10 billion merger. Families trying to visit Bali 9 delayed by Indonesian authorities. European stocks will change pair in a drop as Deutsche Bank AG fell and HSBC Holdings PLC gain. The stocks Europe 600 index added less than 0.1% to 48.69 at 11:31 a.m. In Tehran, Iran, the head of Iran's Revolutionary Guard on Monday accused Saudi Arabia of treachery against the Islamic world and compared the Kingdom of Israel to the official IRNA news agency reported. And Amman, a coalition of Islamic rebels seized an army base in northwestern Syria at dawn on Monday after a suicide bomber from Al-Qaeda's Nusra Front drove a truck packed with explosives at the compound and blew it up. Kazakhstan's President Nursultan Nazarbayev has won the re-election with 97.7% of the vote in a poll where opposition parties in the oil-rich ex-Soviet republic did not field a candidate. Kuala Lumpur, a meeting of Southeast Asian leaders stopped short of taking a harder line against Chinese territorial claims in the South China Sea on Monday, despite warning about the Philippines that will worsen the situation in the disputed region. At this weekend's gathering of social conservatives, the former Secretary said Hillary Clinton was the topic of almost everyone's lips. Loretta Lynch to be sworn in as Attorney General. In Daphne, Alabama, Coast Guard crews searched for 5 people missing Sunday after recovering 2 bodies following a powerful weekend storm that capsized several sailboats competing on a regatta near Mobile Bay. In Boston, the atmosphere in Courtroom 9 has seen almost unbearable sorrow over the last 7 weeks is likely to change abruptly Monday, more than as defense lawyers formally begin their attempt to save Johar Zardev from the death penalty. Red Hawk mainland Chinese shares soared with Shanghai index rising about 2.1% to 7-year highs on hopes of more monetary stimulus and launch of infrastructure projects linked to China's modern Silk Road plan. In London, Deutsche Bank's plan to jet and much of its German retail banking ripped off from 1 to 10 countries seated joined in the growing list of banks choosing to shrink. Charter Communications has laid the groundwork for a potential bid for New York-based Time Warner Cable. People familiar with the matter informed the Wall Street Journal after Comcast $45.2 billion deal to buy the company had reveled. The stock market report here, the Dow Jones. We'll start today. 18,084, port 14, up 21.45. SP 500 start today, 21.17.69. And NASDAQ 5,092.08. Change. Ian Samahala and Nikki Reed, our official husband and wife. The 36-year-old Vampire Diaries that hung and the 26-year-old Twilight actress got married Sunday night in Santa Monica, California. London, independent movie theater owners in Germany who control almost Some of the screens are boycotted Disney, Marvel's Avengers, Age of Ultron as protests against what they see as a bit of a book in terms. The study further indicates that this brain damage, of course, may be the precursor to more severe neurological disorders, even with low levels of exposure. Scientists have now suggested that people infected with hepatitis C virus are at a greater chance of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and cancers of the kidney, liver, and prostate. Take a look at New England Alerts here at 7:05 a.m. in Avon, Massachusetts. A serious motor accident on Harrison Boulevard. It's a single-vehicle crash with attempted injection. 5 victims were seriously injured, multiple jaws. Word used as crash occurred after a police chase from Brockton has hit a utility pole at approximately 60 miles per hour. 5 ambulances were requested to see the mutuate route from Brockton, Holbrook, Randolph, and Stoughton End. There are possible multiple fatalities at the crash. Peter Childers, I'm 7:06, and it's time now for sports news here on this Monday morning here. Alex Rodriguez closes on Willie Mays as Yankees beat the Mets. And the Boston Celtics playoff run and season came to an end yesterday afternoon at the hands of LeBron James of Cleveland Cavaliers as the Cavs of Cleveland complete a sweep of the Boston Celtics in the Eastern 23. The Boston Red Sox, meanwhile, got shelled down in Baltimore about the
Baltimore Orioles 18-7 here. And the Sox are going to bounce back as they take on the Toronto Blue Jays. Game time 6:10 p.m.
Peter Chell News Time, 7:06 in the morning time on this April 27th, 2015. Back to work, back to school. And it is time now for a travel report here on this Monday morning here. And the highways of Worcester and Providence are looking good here. And we got Route 24 to the northbound side, slow from 140 in Taunton to Route 44 in Raynham due to some road work. 95 on the northbound side, slow from Deposit Street in Norwood all the way out to Route 128 in Cantoneer. Route 24 to the northbound side, slow after Harrison Boulevard and Avon all the way out to Route 128 in Cantoneer. Route 3 to the northbound side, and it is backed up from Route 18 in Weymouth all the way out to the Braintree Split. 128 on the northbound side. It is backed up after Route 37 to Braintree before Route 138 in Canton. And then you hit the brakes again on 128 from the Route 95 in Canton all the way to Route 109 in Westwood. We got an exit of 120 on the southbound side around Route 9 in Wellesley, so expect a few delays here. Southeast Expressway to the northbound side. It's backed up from the Braintree Split to the Mass Avenue exit here. Mass back to the eastbound side. Slow from Route 9 in Framingham all the way up to Natick, and you hit the brakes again from 128 in Weston all the way up to Route 16 in Newton near. Mass back to the westbound side. Slow from the 10 Williams still to the South Boston here. Route 1 to the southbound side. Slow after Tober Bridge down from Route 93 in Charlestown here. 93 to the southbound side. And it is backed up from Route 128 in Reading all the way at the Zinkin Bridge here. 128 on the southbound side. So from 129 Reading all the way out to Route 4 in Lexington here. Route 3 to the southbound side. So from Route 62 in Bedford all the way up to Route 128 in Burlington here. And Route 3 on the southbound side. So from 495 it jumps down from Millwright here. 93, 95, Logan 5 from 128 to the New Hampshire border here. 185 is looking good from Amesbury all the way up to Wareham here. And up in New Hampshire. Looking good in the Granite State as 3, 93, 95, 101. Spalding Turnpike's looking good. And the main Turnpike's looking good from York all the way up to Portland there. On this Monday morning here. And take a look at the Sport Bridge on the southbound side. A little slow, but otherwise, it's smooth sailing more than the Sagamore bridges here. Alright, take a look at the MBTA service alerts here on this Monday morning here. On the subway, it's looking good. The commuter rail. Some permanent trains could continue to experience delays of 10 to 20 minutes for Edinburgh due to damaged Amtrak signals here. And the ferries are looking good. Peter Cello News Time, 7:10. Time now for a weather report here on this. Monday morning here for today. Showers likely May afternoon. Clouds high about 56 degrees. Northwest wind about 5 to 7 miles by chance of precipitation 70%. New precipitation amounts of less than 7 inches possible. Tonight, showers likely May before 1 a.m. Clouds 101 41 degrees. North wind about 6 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 6%. New precipitation amounts between the 10th and quarter inch possible. Tuesday, slight chance of showers before 11 a.m. Punt size clouds about 38 degrees. North wind about 8 to 10 miles per hour. As high as 26 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 20%. Tonight, podcast got a little over 42 degrees, like northwest wind. For Wednesday, both sides got about 65 degrees. Northwest wind about 6 miles per hour to northwest in the afternoon. Here, with that, most of the podcast got a little over 41 degrees. Thursday, podcast got about 61 degrees. Friday, chance of showers, most of the got a little over 41 degrees. Chance of precipitation 30%. Friday, chance of showers, most of the got about 32, a little about 39 degrees. Chance of precipitation 40%. And for Saturday, chance of showers, podcast got about 56 degrees. Chance of precipitation 30%. Sorry, most skies got a little over 40 degrees. Sunday, punt size skies are about 62 degrees. Here, not temperature standing at 37 degrees. Most skies got. And that's me for the Peter Chill. More news of this Monday morning, April 27th, 2015. Previously, have a good day with a good positive attitude. Here.